Wait, wait. What? What? Wait. What did I just watch? Hey, this your boy King Smiles with a new video. So first of all, I just want to say Happy New Year's. This is actually my very first video I am dropping this year on my King Smiles channel. If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on that bell every time I drop a video. It's so interesting. I was not even going to be dropping a video this week at all. I'm actually waiting for like my new camera stuff and new equipment and all that stuff to come in so I can start doing like the videos that y'all deserve. But this wait, hold on. Mm-mm. Hold up. What I seen was like this whole 2 hours. First of all, I didn't even know it was even coming on tonight. And um pretty much like my mom reminded me that it was coming on. I'm like, oh yeah, let me watch it. So I don't even know where to begin, honestly. Number one, everybody that knows me that or subscribe to my channel, y'all all know I sing, I write music, I got my music video, I got music everywhere, blah blah blah. And of course, when I was growing up, R. Kelly, or I said R. Kelly, R. Kelly was one of the people that I would look up to. Like I would literally play his music all the time. I like the idea that he would come up with all these songs. But let me tell you something, boy, girl, whoever's watching, like after watching this, like I always knew like it was something off about him anyway, and things like that. And I used to always feel like I'm like, well, he makes good music, so whatever, blah blah. I would never like try to get that deep into it. Like if I see something up, like a video about it, or I would just never watch it because I would never. I didn't want to think differently about him. Let me tell you something. Tonight, my mind is just all over the place. Like, I honestly feel like if I hear somebody play a song, I'm gonna look at them crazy. Like, why are you playing a song? Like that's literally how I feel because it's just like, do I feel like they're lying or anything like that? Me personally, my intuition, I'm very spiritual and things like that. Uh, I'm not getting anybody is putting on a front. I feel like these are real stories. Like these are real alleged stories. You know, I gotta say that. These are real alleged stories that's going on. Oh my god, I just don't even know where to begin because like it was just so much going on. The fact that it's three parts to this, and this, first of all, the first hour was just a lot to take in. Like it was a lot, like a lot. It was so much to take in. But let me just try to remember and talk about some of the stuff because I am like, I just got a nasty taste in my mouth. I felt very uncomfortable watching it. Like I felt so uncomfortable watching it to the point like I felt like he was sitting right here with me and I'm watching it with him and I'm just feeling awkward like, oh my gosh, do you see yourself? Like do you see, like I just felt so awkward. Like it was just so weird. Like but let anyway, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So this is probably not going to be in order, but I'm just trying to remember like the parts that like stood out to me or whatever. First of all, when it came on and showed like all these females, I'm just like, oh Lord, this is how it's starting off. And pretty much in the beginning, they was pretty much talking about his childhood and things like that. And they went to an old interview with him saying, pretty much him saying that he got molested from like 7 to 12. It was anywhere between there. And they went to an old video, a video pretty much showing that. And I feel like the reason why they showed that was they're just pretty much trying to let us know like where all the stuff is coming from. Then they start talking about how he got into his music, and then that's when they actually had his old music teacher. And let me tell you something about like older people, like they don't sugarcoat anything. So things she was saying, I'm like, I know she is telling the truth. And she was just like, oh yeah, I don't want him. No, no. She said something about like, what are you doing, doing this, doing that? What are you doing, talking like that, and stuff like that. So she, you know what I mean? She noticed some things when he was younger. It's just crazy. Like when you watch the 2 hour documentary, like it's just so many clues. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just so many clues, so many clues. Uh the main thing like that's talk about my girl Aaliyah because I love Aaliyah. Like when Aaliyah passed away, I remember I cried. I remember I was eating breakfast. Like I'm talking about breakfast. I mean like eggs, sausages, like a big breakfast. And then that's when I got the news and I just ran to my room, cried. And at this particular time in my life, when I found out she passed away, I already had Aaliyah all over my doors. So I was already a big fan. So imagine that was a mess. so so yeah, so when he brought up Aaliyah, I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, when they brought up Aaliyah, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like what are y'all gonna say? Like, oh my god, like you know what I mean? I'm just feeling like, oh my god, don't even bring her up. Like, don't my personal opinion. I just felt like Aaliyah is not here to talk for herself. And I don't know who that girl was, but the girl in the red, she was just telling all the tea. She was saying everything. Like she was just listen. She was saying everything. She like, look, this is my time. I'm gonna say everything. That's what it is. Um, like when she brought up the situation of Aaliyah on the bus with him and things like that allegedly, and I'm just like, but for the fact for her to be like in detail, like for her, it was just the details that you know what I'm trying to say. Like the details really got to me. Like I was just like, dang, I don't want to know all that. But like it was just like, but my personal opinion, I just felt like I wouldn't talk about someone that passed away and be that detailed because they're not even here to even speak for themselves. That's just my opinion. That's just literally how I feel about that. It was just a situation she was talking about. She went to the studio and then one of her friends was bent over and just all this crazy stuff and the team. Oh my gosh, the team that he has around him, like the what he was the tour manager, whoever he is. Oh my gosh, it's like they knew what was going on. It's like, oh, this was weird. I did this, and I went in there in the room, and I seen a bed, and I go over here, I see a girl over here, and I go over here, I see another girl over here, and did it like every. They were just like, well, I knew something was up, and did it like if you knew something was up, why you didn't say anything? Or was those checks that you was getting were they that satisfying? You just was like, oh, I don't want to mess it up. Like he's doing some weird stuff, but I need my money to keep coming in, so I ain't gonna say nothing. Like I honestly feel like that's probably what it was. That's just my intuition. Um, and when they went back to the interview with Aaliyah and him on the couch, it was really interesting. Like I've seen that interview plenty of times, but for some reason when they're showing it in that moment and they're just really breaking down the interview, I'm like, like you know what I mean? It's just like why would you be best friends with someone that older and things like that? And the part that got me was I don't know, it was the manager, whoever he was, somebody that's around R. Kelly's team. He pretty much said like when they got married, like she just felt like she looked uncomfortable. She looked like she, she what he said he was like she it looked like she looked at me like I should have said something or but he didn't say nothing. I'm like, why you didn't say nothing? Like it was just like pretty much it just the conclusion of this series that I was watching today was documentary. I should call it a series, Jesus. This documentary, what I got from it was he is very he's mind control. Like it's like a mind control type of thing. Like, oh, I can be charming, I can be this, I can be that. It's a game he's playing with everybody. Like I start off like this, then I ease them in, ease them in, ease them in. Then now their mind is all messed up. Now they're literally listening to every little thing I'm saying. So like that's it's a whole thing. And me personally, I think he's really sick in the head. Like he needs professionally help um because that's just nasty, honestly. That's just it is what it is. It's just nasty. His wife got on there excuse me, his ex-wife got on there, and she pretty much broke some things down and things like that, and before they got married, and how he surprised her when she got married, and it, she was trapped too. Like, it was a mind thing. My thing was when she had a knock on the door, knock on whatever she was knocking on the wall, whatever it was, and she had a knock just to say like, "Oh, can I come down and get something to eat?" Like, that right there, that's really, really powerful. Like, you really got these ladies thinking like they can't do anything, or they're going to get slapped or get in trouble, or it's just, it was just sad. It was just really sad to watch, and it was just sad, and then it was just so much going on. I'm like, this is only the first series, and it's the first documentary, and this first documentary is 2 hours long, and this is a lot. Like, this is actually a lot for me to take in while watching. I'm just like, whew, like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just a lot. It is what it is. It's just a lot, and I was just shaking my head the whole time. I'm just like, this guy is crazy. Like, mm-mm. And another thing, so that lady, that young lady at the time he met at the mall, and she said something about she just want to start her music career and things like that. I just felt like that story was just so sad. Like, well, every story was sad, but I'm just like, it was just a mess. Like, that whole situation, and her getting slapped because she looked somewhere else, and her getting humiliated in front of other people, and it's just like, that's it's just a lot. And then she was pregnant, and then she had a miscarriage, and then um allegedly he gave her something. I forgot exactly what it was, but he gave her something, and she was in a hospital, and she was like, which I think she said she was paralyzed. Her body was paralyzed, something like that, for a couple weeks. And he only sent her mom $1,000 allegedly. Allegedly, Aaliyah only got paid $100, like, as hush money. And I'm just like, it's just all this stuff, and I'm just like, this is a freaking mess. Like, I honestly don't even know, like, me being a musician, I can't even talk. I'm so messed up watching this documentary. Me being into music the way how I am, and I love me some really, really good music. Like, it's just, now it's like, if I hear his songs or any one of his classes or something, I'm going to think about what kind of person he is. Like, honestly, I'm literally going to think about, like, so many people's lives he destroyed and damaged and things like that. And you know something? I don't know if I remember, but y'all remember, like, last month, like, it was recent, maybe last month or a month before, he came out with a real long song. I don't know, was it 20 minutes long? He came out with a real long song. It was just random. Like, it wasn't that much talk about it, but he was just talking about I confess and blah blah blah. And he's like, I don't know. Like, I guess it, maybe he knew this was already coming out, so he was, I'm gonna hurry up and do a song, put that out before that come out. But baby, let me tell you, they are. They eating you up, all right? They are eating you up. They tearing you down, like, they is tearing you down to the ground, like. And I just believe in karma. That's one thing about me. Karma always comes around, even if it comes around real slow or real fast. Karma comes around, like, real, real quick. So I just feel like it's, sorry to say this, but 2019, I honestly feel like this is going to be the hardest karma he ever got from just everything he did in the past, and controlling these ladies and things like that. And then the fact that this is only the first part, is still a second and a third part. Yo, I can't. Like, I cannot. Like, this is too much. Yeah, and I felt like really, really bad, like, towards. Well, I felt bad the whole time watching it. Like, the whole time, I'm just like, that's me the whole time. I'm just like, this is too much. I was just like, this is too much. But I felt really bad. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of her name right now. Oh my gosh, but she's a singer and it started with an S, and my mind just went blank. Um, Damn it. So anyway, I felt bad for her because she was pretty much talking about her niece, and her niece raps really good and things like that, and she thought her it would be a great opportunity for her niece to meet R. Kelly and things like that, and pretty much it shows on the next episode. Well, the previews of the next episode, like what happened with the sex tape and stuff like that. I just can't. Like, I literally can't. Like, even around the time when all that was going on, when I was like younger, and there was all that stuff about R. Kelly and his sex tape and stuff like that. Around that particular time, I just feel like a lot of people just like, oh no, he didn't do it because it's just that image thing. Like his image is so powerful, his music is so powerful to the point it's like, no, not him. Like what? Like it's like that. Like around that time, but I think now since they brought this out and put it on Lifetime, Lifetime will be playing. They put it on Lifetime and the fact that it was already things like this in the past and him going to trial and things like that, I just feel like now a lot of people are looking at this like this is real, this definitely happened, and wow, it's like what I mean. It's kind of like that, but oh gosh, like uh I just know that had to be a lot to sit down in front of the camera, and then when you're sitting in front of the camera, you got other people looking dead in your face while you like speaking your truth. And I know that has to be really hard to do, extremely hard to do. And you know, I told my truth before, not this stuff. Like what's going on. I told my truth before in another video. It's on my YouTube channel somewhere. But I know how that feels when you're like you're telling your truth, and once you get it out, you just feel so free. Nobody can say anything. You just got it out. You feel more confident about yourself. So I get that aspect of it, but like this was just too I already had a crazy day today. Like my day personally was just crazy, and to watch this on top of it was just like this is the craziest day I'm having, and this year just started. So like anyway, I don't want to keep going on and on and on, but after watching this, like he definitely need help. Uh, the people that was around him, I just felt like what was y'all doing? Like y'all knew everything that was going on. Nobody was saying anything. Where was everybody? Parents? Like where was the parents at? Allegedly, I think Aaliyah's mom spoke out and she said something about I don't know. She said something about she was always around and stuff like that. But apparently, there is a marriage, like a marriage license and thing like that. So he wasn't around all the time. So it's like you know what I'm trying to say. So it's just like how was you always around, but y'all have a license, you have a marriage license and things like that. But anyway, it's just this was a lot of going on. Like this what I caught a lot of like when a lot of stuff is going on. You be like that's a lot of going on. Like it was just too much. Like it was just so it was too much. All right, but anyway, dang, I did not expect this video to be this long. All right, so I'm your boy Keem Smiles. If you're watching my video for the very first time, make sure you click on the subscribe button. I can't even talk, y'all, because it got me that messed up. I can't even talk. Make sure you click on the subscribe button and click on the bell every time I upload a new video. I don't even know if I'm even going to do the next one. Like, I just feel like this is going to keep getting messier and messier. Like, this was a lot to take in. Like, I'm still shaking my head. This is a lot to take in. But I did tell myself this year for 2019 that I'm going to try to do more reviews on what's going on in the current world and entertainment and things like that. Because y'all like when I talk about things like that. So I'm going to try to do that more on the channel this year. Yo, this is messy. All right. I'll see y'all in the next video. See y'all.